I am Mari, welcome to my channel. Recently I got a comment and someone else upvoted the comment on how to create a waffle. So today I'm gonna share with you how to create a waffle. So the waffle in that video was this one, but I remember it took me some time to actually make the curves, and as you can see, all these curves are not symmetric. And if you're into like drawing by hand, like in traditional way, awesome, you can do it by hand. But then I noticed doing that you can make some mistakes, and also if you like symmetry, maybe it will be better this other way. So I try again to repeat it, and I got this different waffle, of course, but I'm gonna show you this is with symmetry and this is without symmetry. Maybe you cannot see the difference, but when you get close to, you can see there are some differences here. So I will give you the fastest way to draw a waffle today. Okay. So as you like this video before, if you like this waffle before, I want to make sure I have all the colors, and I'm going to export this as a PDF in my pictures here. Okay, and now I'm gonna go here to palette, and I'm gonna import it from that exact photo. Great. So we have here supposedly the color we use in this. Okay, now let's open this. Canvas is 4000 by 4000. You can also click here plus and make yourself one. If you don't know yet, or you want to know more about canvas properties, you can check the video on the link. Okay, so let's open this, and first will be to select a brush. Normally I select something like a round liner that is monoline. You can use the monoline brush that comes with Procreate. I'm just creating this brush set that is only for comics or like cartoons. Okay, so choose your monoline brush, check your size, if you want it thick or thin, and the color, let's go for a brownish outside, so I will choose this one, and let's make a circle. Hold, that was a horrible circle, then touch the screen and you get the circle. I'm gonna fill it. Now I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to fill it with a slightly lighter color, like maybe this one. And I'm going to resize this to make the border. You can decide the thickness of your waffle in this case. Okay, so now let's create something fun. So we're going to actually put this aside for a little bit, and just for a little bit we're going to place the background to black and a new layer with white, fully white, or you can go with light gray if you want, but I'm gonna use fully white here. Go to canvas, edit the drawing guide, and I'm gonna use some white here. Here you can change the color of the lines. I'm gonna go with symmetry options, like quadrant. Let's repeat the color here. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I will increase the opacity so you can see it, maybe the thickness so you can see it. Done. Okay, now with the same round liner, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create that shape of the waffle. Okay, so here are the straight lines. It's not much square. Let's create again. Let's see. Touch for a straight line, and then here touch for the straight line, and then we're going to get closer. I'm gonna try to draw a curve here. Keep it firmly, and you can edit the arc here on the top, more or less there, more or less. Let's see, we can do this here. Great, touch here. Now we're gonna fill it with white. I think it's a bit straight here, so I'm gonna fix it a little bit with freeform here to make it more square. So why I'm doing this, you ask, is because I like making brushes and I like to simplify my life. So believe it or not, this is shorter. So 3 fingers down, copy all, and then we're going to go to your favorite place to create new brushes. As you can see, I actually created one here that is light. And now I'm going to create a new brush with this shape. Edit, import, and paste. Here it is. Now let's take the opacity off and maybe increase here the maximum size so we can see it. Let's reduce the previous size, and now the spacing. Spacing is very important. So let's clear here, create a straight line, more or less the size we want to use in our drawing. So we can check on the spacing. There, more or less like this. Okay, so let's click down here. Now I have this brush. Let's try it out. Turn off this layer, back. Let's take the background back, and let's take this back as well. Now in a new layer with a slightly lighter color, let's use maybe this one. I'm gonna use this new brush. Let's see how it looks. Let's change the size. And now I'm going to press and hold. I don't like the color much. We can change that later though. Let's go for a lighter one. So again, create a line, and we can actually change the spacing, as you can see, after you press. So I'm gonna create a straight line here. Now I'm going to duplicate this, and with snapping distance, with higher snapping distance, I will try to get the same width here. Duplicate again, and trying to get the shape here. Oh, I move it a little bit up, upset. Okay. Now let's take this one again, the first one, and move it to the right. Maybe like this will be fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put them together, and now I'm gonna create another circle with that color. Let me duplicate this and fill it with this color and reduce it up with uniform. Okay, let's reduce it just a little bit here. Okay, now I'm gonna reduce the opacity to see the, okay, great. Now I like actually this color better on the back, and these squares we're going to fill it with this color in this circle. So let's take that color and select the whole layer and fill it. Now we can change that color, as you can see. And we're going to create a clipping mask now. Amazing. Now we can move actually our clipping mask as we want. I will use freeform here now because it still is, I think it's a bit, it's not a square yet. So I'm gonna use it like this and move it up a little bit here. There, I like it like that. So now you can see they're not the same color here, so we can change that. I like this inner color to be the same color in the border. Okay, So I had like this slight brown here, so I'm gonna select that brown and change this again. Okay, now it looks better. Okay, now we're going to duplicate this layer, and to the bottom one, we're going to select a darker color. You cannot see it because it's below. Oh, sorry, only one square. We select the whole layer, all the elements in the layer, and fill the layer with darker color. We cannot see it now, so we're gonna move it to the top. Now we see it. And I'm going to create a false shade. Instead of going one by one, I'm gonna move this a little bit. No, wait, I'm missing a step here. In order to have the same size as this one, I'm going to select this layer and select the whole layer, then invert, then go to this one here and clear. Now I'm gonna take the clipping mask out so you can see now it has the shape of the waffle. And just in case, I'm gonna duplicate this, turn one off just in case, and I'm gonna reduce the opacity so we can see where we are and where we're gonna put that shading, depending of where you want the light to come, right? You can move it, but we want it inside the waffle, right? So how to create the inside? Pretty simple. We're not going to duplicate this one, select the whole layer and fill it with this new color. Now we're gonna move that new color up so it looks like it's down. So maybe you cannot see it here, but there is an extra color here, right? So we're going to erase it in this way. We take the brown out, we select it, then invert it, and select the one on top and clear. And that's how you create some shade. You can also, let's apply this one again. And what we're going to do is to create a Gaussian blur so we can have some depth in the drawing. Great. I'm going to reduce a little bit more the opacity, and that's it. Now let's get rid of these drawing guides. I don't need it anymore, and I'm going to create some outside line here, but instead of going hand by hand, we can again repeat the process of this circle and or this circle, whichever you want. Actually, we can use this one as well. Okay, now I'm going to duplicate this one and fill it with this brown here. So select and fill the layer. And now you can see now we're going to take this other layer, select it, and the one on the bottom, clear. Now we have a line, you can see now, like a ring. And I'm going to reduce it a little bit on the border. Now we have a thin border around the shape. You can erase a little bit of this border to create the feeling that the waffle is here. And this one I do prefer do it by hand, but if you have another technique, just do it. Okay, so let's finish this. This is the way I like it, but you can create your own idea of your waffle, of course. The creativity is yours. Also the colors. If you want the pastels, the palette, let me know. Normally I put all my palettes for free in my Gumroad account. The link is in the description. Okay, great. Now I'm gonna kind of cheat with my brush because, as I said, I love to make brushes. I'm gonna cheat a little bit with this. I have a kawaii faces here, and I'm gonna use a darker brown for this and a new layer, of course. Place it here, and then I'm gonna create an alpha lock because I don't want to mess. Alpha lock is very nice because you can like change. You can like change the color. Let's go to the recent one, and I can like draw here, and it will not draw on there because it's a lock whatever you have drawn on that one. So I'm gonna create this. Maybe like this brown over here to create this part. Okay. And now I think I like better this pink. Let's change it. Oh, that changed everything. So when that happens, you have to just drop it and go to the left and then repeat, because for some reason it's taking everything out. Now, there it is. Great. I think it looks a bit dark, so we can change any color we want. Actually, I think it's looking too dark for my taste, so let's see what we can take out. We can take out this one actually, or make it even lighter, or change the way it looks with the screen mode. Now it looks brighter, but I cannot see the pink anymore. So let's move this a little bit, maybe around here, and use darker pink. I don't like it much, so let's use the whole thing. Okay, I like it more like this. Now let's make certain drippings. I already have the brushes, but if you want, you can just draw it by hand. It's very simple drippings actually, and this will be like maple syrup. Funny question, what do you like on your waffles? Sorry, I'm drawing in the wrong layer, so top layer here. That is not that bright for this waffle. Maybe this is like chocolate. Let's maybe put some chocolate instead of maple, so it can stand out. Let's wrap this around. Great. And now I'm going to duplicate, and the bottom layer I'm gonna make it even darker. This, then wrap it outside a little bit because of the lighting. We're going to add some Gaussian blur so it looks like it's coming up, and maybe reduce the opacity just a little bit. Let's create some brightness here on the top with a normal liner or the linered one. So maybe we can add some lighting here. There. Let me see if I can like, yeah, I think I prefer it like this. Let's erase this. No. I think that one was too much. There. Sometimes it's like trial and error with this. Depends on what you're doing, right? And we can Also, I like sometimes to change this to luminosity and play with the opacity a little bit, just a little bit, not much. And that is how you can create a waffle. So this is all for today. This is the waffle tutorial I wanted to show you. If you prefer to draw one square at a time, that's fine. I just take advantage sometimes of how to create brushes. If you're interested in that, by the way, I'm having an early bird discount of the upcoming course. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ask more questions. Tell me, what would you like me to draw next? Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!